Hi, welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing Power Vinyasa class, which is going to focus a lot on strength in your legs, how to actually work your active flexibility rather than sinking down into passive flexibility. It's really important to actually be aware of how your muscles are engaged when you're going through several yoga poses. Today we're going to also flow into a bird of paradise, and we're going to do it in a fun new way, which is focusing on active strength. So whenever you're ready, you can just join me on your mat, and we're going to start today lying down on our backs. So you can lie down, bring your hands at your belly, close the eyes, you can bend your knees, bring your heels right behind your knees. Just take a couple of moments to tune in with your breath. Notice how your belly inflates, how it fills up with every inhale, and how it falls with every exhale. Just taking a couple of moments to deepen the breath, become aware of your body, become aware of how your spine melts into the earth. Yoga is about awareness. Taking this time to pause from whatever was happening in your day. Just take the time to be here. And from here, we're going to slowly bend the right knee, lift your right foot high up, and just take a few small circles with your ankle. So we're starting with a bit of ankle mobility, rotating through the entire joint. Just noticing any areas of tension. So make sure that you circle both directions. And noticing any areas that have any tension. And slowly bend your right knee, lower the right foot down. Just take a moment. Notice any tingling sensation in your foot as you start your practice with a small inversion. So one more time, the left leg lifts up high. Just taking a moment, letting everything drain down, and start taking big circles with your ankle. So notice how the circle starts, and then try to make it bigger every time, and going both directions. Just notice any areas of tension. And slowly bend that knee, lower your foot down. Just take a moment, notice how that feels. You might feel a bit funny in your feet. And from here, we're gonna bring both knees into the chest and just take a few moments to roll backwards and forwards, giving your back a little massage. And cross your legs, come into a tabletop position. Your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Starting to warm up the spine with a few cat-cow movements. So inhale as you lift your hips high, curving your spine, squeezing your shoulders in the back. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone, rounding through the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Bringing your chin in. One more time, inhale, lifting the hips first, lowering your core, squeezing your elbows towards each other. So you want this little crease in your forearms to be pointing forward. Lifting the chin high, and as you exhale, let's lower the core, lift the core and bring your chin in. Coming into this angry cat position, round your upper back and slowly release. From here, can you step your right foot back and lift your right foot high? Reach your left arm forward as you lengthen everything. Everything is reaching forward. And as you exhale, we're going to connect the right knee to your left elbow. Bring your chin in, round your back. Inhale, reaching forward, reaching your right foot to the back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reaching forward. And exhale, one more time, knee to elbow, push your right hand down, round your upper back, protract your shoulders, and slowly lower the left hand, lower the right knee. One more time as we come into a cat-cow, just taking a reset here. Inhale, lifting the chin, rounding the lower back, rounding everything. Your core is coming towards the ground. Exhale, you're gonna push the ground away, round, protract your shoulders. Slowly come back into a neutral position and step the left leg back, right arm reaches forward. Lift your left foot high, keep reaching your right arm forward. And as you exhale, we're gonna bring the right elbow, the left knee together. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, connect the right elbow to the left knee, round your back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, lengthen everything. Exhale, bring them in together and slowly lower the right hand, lower the left foot. Taking another deep breath here. From here, we're going to slowly bring the left heel behind your left knee and send your right leg to the back of your mat. Reach your right arm high as you come into this variation of a side plank. From here, we're going to reach the palm to point down. Taking a deep breath here, lift your right foot, and as you exhale, connect your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach, lengthen, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach, exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, reach, lengthen the right side of your body. Really enjoy that stretch. Exhale, connect elbow to your knee and slowly lower the right foot down. Lower your right hand down. Come back into your tabletop position. And let's just take it to the other side. So bring your right foot behind your right knee and send your left leg to the back. Reach your left arm all the way up and point your palm to the ground. So finding this long side body in your left side. Inhale, lift your left foot high. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen, making sure that your chest is pointing forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Slowly lower that left hand down and come back into your tabletop position. From here, we're gonna slowly lift the knees off the ground and come into your downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of our practice today, but we're already feeling super engaged in the core. You can cycle your heels, bend one knee as you lower the opposite heel and alternate, making sure that your spine is long, your shoulders are pressing into the ground, your hands press down, finding this long spine. So it's totally okay if your feet are not connected to the ground just yet, or at any point. Everyone's body is so different. And from here, we're gonna slowly bring the heels together, connect the two big toes together. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and lightly step or jump both feet to the front. Inhale, coming to a flat back. And exhale, pressing your hands down, slight bend in your knees in your forward fold. Taking another deep breath here in your forward fold. And slowly we're gonna exhale, letting everything out. Inhale, reaching your arms all the way up. Shoulders lift up, squeeze your core, squeezing the glutes in. And as you exhale, bringing your hands back to your heart. Just closing the eyes for a moment, taking a moment to connect with yourself, connect with your breath. Just setting an intention to be here in your practice today. Slowly opening your eyes. From here, we're gonna bend the right knee, lift it all the way up. Keep the left foot rooted down as you lift your right knee high. And as you inhale, we're gonna reach the arms all the way up. Shoulders lift up. Can you kick your right knee even higher? Taking a deep breath here. And as you exhale, we're gonna slowly lean forward, coming into a warrior three. Bend the left leg slightly and extend your right leg to the back. Reach your hands back, your palms are facing down. Can you kick your right leg a little bit higher? Keep the crown of your head pointing forward. Slowly let's lower that right foot down into the ground, coming into a high lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Shoulders lift up, squeeze the core in. You can bend this back knee slightly. Back heel is lifted up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to lower the hands down and step your left leg to the back, come into your downward facing dog. Press your heels down, bend the knees slightly, wrap your triceps over your ears. Breathing in your downward facing dog. And as you inhale, we're going to reach the right leg high, three-legged down dog. Bend your left knee slightly, kick your right leg even higher. Squeeze your right glute. And exhale, bring your right knee to your nose, coming into a tiger crow. Can you lift your right knee as high as you can? And as you inhale, we're going to reach the right leg high. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your right shoulder and slowly step the right foot next to your right hand, coming into a lizard pose. Lower the left knee down, walk your hands forward, lifting the chest high. Shoulders are melting away from the ears. Keep the spine long. From here, can you start to lift that back knee up? Keep your back heel lifting all the way up. And walking your hands maybe a little bit more forward, keep the spine long. Taking a deep breath here in your lizard pose. Maybe you can start to open through your hips. Maybe you can do a few movements from side to side, circling through that big joint in your hip. Slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and press your right heel down as you push it into the ground, starting to straighten your right leg. Fold forward here in this modified pyramid pose. Lifting your toes up, let your head be heavy. Back heel lifts all the way up. Taking a deep breath here. Keep pressing your heel down into the ground. Inhale, can you lengthen, create more space in your spine. Exhale, can you go a little bit deeper? Slowly bend your right knee and press your left hand down. Reach your right arm all the way up, coming into your easy twist here. Taking 3 deep breaths, making sure that the twist is coming from your thoracic spine rather than compensating with your shoulder to the back. You want to reach your right hand right over your shoulder. Taking a deep breath. Slowly lower the right hand inside of your right foot and lower your back heel to a 90-degree angle. We're going to slowly slide your left hand over your right forearm all the way up as you bring it over your left side of your chest and reach your left arm all the way up. And from here, can you bring your right elbow onto your right knee, reach your left arm over your head, palm is pointing down. So option 2, stay with your elbow onto your knee, or you can also press your hand inside of your right foot in your extended side angle, making sure that you're squeezing your feet towards each other. You're actively working your inner thighs. Palm is pointing down, left side of your chest is still open. Slowly rising all the way up, coming back into your warrior 2. Keeping that back heel at a 90-degree angle. Taking a deep breath here. From here, can you flip your right hand, and as you inhale, can you reverse this warrior? Palm is pointing towards the ground and really starting to lengthen through the right side of your body. Coming into reverse warrior. Your palm is pointing down. Slowly, we're going to rise up, straightening through that right leg. Bend your left knee and reach your arms out to the side, coming into Skandasana with airplane arms. Making sure that your left knee and your toes are pointing the same direction forward. From here, we're going to slowly Rise all the way up, and I'm just gonna turn around so that I'm facing you guys. Bring your feet so that they're pointing towards the front. Bend your knees slightly. Inhale, taking a deep breath, and lift your chest high. And as you exhale, we're gonna slowly fold forward, coming into Prasarita. Here, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. You can walk your hands back if that feels good for you. And starting to straighten your legs, actively engaging the inner thighs. Staying here for 3 deep breaths in your Prasarita. So making sure that the toes are pointing forward. And slowly we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot. Coming back to the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, press your hands down, and send your right leg all the way back into your downward facing dog. From here, can you lift your heels up as you round your back and come into a plank position. Keep leaning forward. You can lower the knees if this feels good for you, if you're still working on building strength. Keep hugging your elbows towards each other as you bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, coming back to an upward facing dog. And as you exhale, come into your downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg all the way up to the sky. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Slowly, can you reach your hands back as you lift your left foot up, coming into your warrior 3. Keep that right knee slightly bent, kick your left foot higher. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bend your left knee, bring it into your chest. Bring your hands together. Keep the left knee bending and lift it all the way up. Can you root your right foot into the ground? Kick your left foot higher. Just trying to find your balance. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Kick your left leg higher. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly lean forward, coming back into your warrior 3. Keeping the back foot flexed, toes point down. Bend your right knee slightly, kick your left foot higher. And slowly, can you lower the left foot down? Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up, coming up to your high lunge here. Bend the back knee slightly as you lift your heel up. Exhale, lowering the hands down, stepping your right leg to the back. Downward facing dog. Taking 5 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Keeping the heels behind the ankles and your gaze is towards your knees. Allowing this to be your pause button, your reset. And as you inhale, can you lift the left leg high, 3-legged down dog? And as you exhale, bring your left knee to your nose, lift it high. Shoulders are over your wrists. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, step your left foot next to your left hand and lower your right knee down. Walk your hands forward as you keep the spine long. The crown of your head is lifting up. Taking 3 deep breaths here, you can start to slowly open into your hips. Making sure you're breathing, and slowly can you lift your back knee high as you keep the back heel lifted over your toes. Coming into your lizard pose, Uttanapristhasana. Slowly walking the hands back underneath the shoulders, and as you press your left heel down, you're gonna slowly start to straighten your left leg, really pushing your hands into the ground, finding this nice hamstring stretch here. So your front knee does not have to be totally straight, just as much as you can, and notice that your back heel is over your toes. Coming into this variation of a pyramid pose. And slowly you can bend that knee one more time. Lower the right hand down as you lift your left arm up, coming into your easy twist. Again, your left hand is directly over your shoulder. Back heel is lifted over your toes. As you press your left foot down, can you keep reaching your left arm over your left shoulder? Taking one more deep breath. Exhale, lower the left hand down and lower your back heel so that it's at a 90-degree angle. Bringing your left elbow onto your left knee. Reach your right arm all the way up, coming into your extended side angle. From here, can you lower your palm down so that your shoulder connects to your ear as much as you can? And you can always lower the left hand all the way down if that feels good. Otherwise, just keep your elbow on your knee. Coming into your extended side angle. Slowly rising all the way up, making sure that the shoulders are right over the hips. Coming into your warrior two. Flip your left hand and let's reverse that warrior. Reach your left arm high, lower your right hand onto your shin, taking a nice side stretch here. Slowly windmill your hands back down to the ground and rise all the way back up, warrior two. From here, we're going to slowly bend that right knee as you straighten the left leg, coming into Skandasana. So lowering the hips down, reach your arms out to the side, just focusing on engaging your glutes. Your inner thigh is stretching in your left side, keeping the chest open. Can you lower the hips down a little bit more? And slowly rising all the way back up. Bring your feet so that they're pointing parallel to each other. And reach your hands behind your head. Inhale, opening the chest, reaching your hands down. And as you exhale, can you fold forward? Keeping the spine long, you can reach your hands over your head so that you can open through your chest. And if at any point this feels uncomfortable, just lower your hands down. Otherwise, your hands are clasped behind your back, opening through the chest. Keep the spine long, let your head be heavy. And as you inhale, we're going to rise all the way up. And bend your left knee, bring your left foot to point forward. Lower both hands down, step your left leg back. Come into your downward facing dog. And as you inhale, we're going to reach the left leg all the way up. And as you exhale, bring your left knee to your nose and step your left leg back, coming into your downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift the heels up as you round through the spine, coming into your plank position. Lower your knees if this is in your practice. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, squeezing your glutes, lifting the chest open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the left foot next to the left thumb. And inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Slowly, can you reach your hands back as you lean forward, keeping the chest over the knee, and lean forward into your warrior three. Lift the right foot high. Keeping your focus strong. Slowly, we're going to rise all the way up. Bring your right knee into your chest, bringing your hands together. Again, if you want to take a break, you can lower that right foot down. Otherwise, just stay with the flow. We're flowing into the second round now, adding a bit more of a challenge. So if you're here, you're going to bend the right knee more. Keep that left foot rooted down. And as you inhale, you're going to reach the arms all the way up, straighten through that right leg. Really feeling those quad muscles firing up. Can you lift your right foot even higher? And as you exhale, we're going to lean forward, reach your hands back, come all the way into your warrior three. Slowly lowering your right foot down. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Back heel is lifted high. Exhale, lower your hands down and step your left leg back. Coming into your downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe in your downward facing dog here. Really feeling that your knuckles are rooted down and finding this long spine. And as you inhale, you're going to reach the right leg high. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your nose, lift it all the way up. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, step your right foot next to your right hand on the outside. lower the left knee down, walk your hands forward, keeping the spine long. Again, you can lift the back knee up, making sure that your gaze is pointing forward. Just taking a deep breath here. And if this second lizard pose is feeling more open, you can start to lower the forearms down. You can lower even more into the ground, or you can just stay right here, keeping the spine long, opening through the right hip. And slowly we'll lower that left knee down and start to straighten that right leg. Again, pressing the right heel down, but this time we're coming into a half split. So bring your hands inside of your right foot, lengthen through the spine, and keep pressing your right heel down into the ground. This is going to help you really keep the hamstrings engaged as you give them a nice stretch. Slowly, we're going to bend that right knee and left hand roots down, slowly reaching the right arm all the way up, coming back into your twist here. Keeping the back heel lifted high and the back knee lifted high, your right arm is directly over your shoulder in your twist. Taking a deep breath. Slowly lower your right hand down and lower the back heel into the ground. Slide your left arm all the way up as you come into your extended side angle. So again, if it feels better with your elbow on your knee, you can do that. Otherwise, can you keep your right hand inside of your right foot and reach your left arm over so that the shoulder connects to the bicep. The shoulder connects to the ear, I'm sorry. And from here, we're gonna slowly bring the hands to the heart. So I'll just turn around so you guys can see me. Bring the hands to your heart and keep your right tricep on your right knee and slowly step your left foot next to your right foot. So they're in the front. So I'm in this position here. And from there, I'm gonna slowly start to keep the left knee bent as I start to stand up, coming into this active variation of bird of paradise. So keep the right knee and the right elbow glued together, and as much as you can you stand all the way up? Keep the right knee bent. And when this starts to feel good, can you start to straighten your right leg just using your quads? So if you've done bird of paradise before, this way we're going to do it actively, straightening the right leg as much as you can, so it's much harder. And slowly you can lower that right foot down, send your left leg back. And if you want to try a variation, the normal variation of bird of paradise, you can do that by taking the bind. If the bind is not accessible, then do what we've just done, which is the active bird of paradise. Otherwise, you can take the bind by wrapping your right hand around your left wrist, step your left foot forward, and keep the left knee slightly bent as you lift your right foot up. And just taking your time to find your balance as you stand up. From here, you can start to straighten that right leg as much as you can. And just taking your time, slowly lowering the right foot down, sending the left leg back. I'm gonna go back to the front of the mat. So from here, we're gonna come back into this extended side angle. Inhale, coming back into a warrior two. As you inhale, can you reach the right hand up, reverse that warrior, and exhale, straightening the right leg, bending the left leg, coming into Skandasana. Slowly, we're going to shift over to the back of the mat. Lower your hands outside of your left hand, lower your hands outside of your left foot, and lower the right knee down. From here, can you rise your chest up and bring your hands onto your right foot, coming into a nice stretch here for your quads, making sure that your heel is connecting as much as you can towards your glute. So if you feel any discomfort, you can always fold your mat in two and bring the folded part underneath your knee if you have any discomfort in your knee. And slowly lower that right foot down and bring your hands back outside of your left foot. Walk your hands all the way back to the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, your foot is pointing forward, and send your right leg all the way back into your downward facing dog. Again, you can lower the knees, take a child's pose. Otherwise, you're in your downward facing dog. Just taking a moment to pause, to reset. And as you inhale, reach your right leg all the way up. As you exhale, step your right foot next to your right thumb and slowly lift your hands back. As you come into a warrior 3, lift your left foot up, toes point down. Slowly bend your left knee as you rise all the way up. Keeping that knee bending into your chest, bringing your hands to your heart. As much as you can you root your right foot into the earth and keep that left knee bending, lift it even higher. And as you inhale, can you reach the arms up high, straighten your left leg as much as you can. Notice how your quads are firing up. Can you kick your left foot even higher? Beautiful. This is a really strong exercise here. Slowly, we're gonna send the hands back, coming into your warrior 3, keeping the left leg to the back. Chest falls down, your gaze is towards the ground. Slowly lower your left foot down and inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Back knee slightly bends, coming into your high lunge. And as you exhale, lower the hands down, step your right leg to the back, downward facing dog. Taking 5 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Making sure that you're inhaling fully and exhaling fully. And as you inhale, can you reach that left leg all the way up? Bend your right knee slightly, kick your left leg higher. Exhale, bring your left knee to your nose, tiger crow. Inhale, left leg lifts high, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, step the left foot outside of your left hand and lower your knee down. Walk your hands forward, keeping the spine long. Keeping this opening in your hip. Breathing into that. You can lower your shoulders, keep the spine long. And again, if you want to lower onto your forearms, if you feel more open at the stage, you can do that. Whatever variation you've taken, you can lift your back knee high, coming into your lizard pose. Taking one more deep breath here. Making sure that your gaze is forward. And slowly, we're going to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lower your right knee. Press your left heel into the ground as you start to straighten your left leg, coming into a half split. So here, making sure that the left heel is rooting down. You're really pressing into the earth, keeping the spine long, and noticing how that feels on your hamstring. Making sure you're breathing. Your breath is really the source of your focus, the source of your balance. It's how you can find ease in your practice. And slowly, can you bend your left knee? Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders as you lift your right knee up. Reach your left arm all the way up, coming into your twist here. Breathing in deeply and fully. And as you exhale, lower the left hand down, lower your back heel to the ground, and reach your right arm all the way up, coming into an extended side angle. Again, you can bring your left elbow onto the knee to have a bit more space. Otherwise, the left hand is inside of your left foot, and your palm is pointing down. Taking another deep inhalation, deep breath in, and deep breath out. From here, can you bring your hands to your heart, connect your left elbow to your left knee, and slowly walk your right foot next to the left foot in the front. So I'll turn around so you can see me. The left elbow is connected to the left knee. I'm gonna bend my right knee slightly, and root the right foot down, slowly starting to lift the left knee up as it attaches into my elbow. Keeping your focus strong at one point in front of you, keep that right knee slightly bent and slowly starting to straighten your left leg as much as you can. So this is, again, you're using your active flexibility. You're really working on the strength at your end range of motion. So it's totally different than going into bird of paradise passively. So from here, can you start to lift that foot even higher? And let's slowly lower that left foot down. And again, you can send your right leg to the back. And maybe you want to do that again. Or you want to go into it, the bird of paradise. You can bind your hands behind your back, wrapping the left hand over the right. And step your right foot to the front. And slowly, keeping the right knee bent, we're going to lift the chest up and slowly start to straighten that left leg. So making sure that the bind is strong and that you're really lifting from your chest. And slowly we're going to lower that left foot down and send your right leg back, coming back into your warrior two. Keep that front knee pointing towards that second big toe. And slowly, can you reverse that warrior, taking a big breath here, palm points towards the ground, lengthen through the left side body, and bend your right knee, straightening through the left leg, coming into Skandasana. Allow that inner thigh to lengthen from the left side. And slowly, we're gonna shift our weight over to the right foot and lower our hands next to the right foot. Lower your left knee down. So again, we're facing the back of the mat. And from here, can you lift your back foot up and grab your toe or your ankle with your left hand, taking a nice, really well-deserved stretch in your left thigh. So today we've been really actively engaging our quads. We're challenging ourselves with working on our strength at our end range of motion. So it's nice to cool that off with a nice deep stretch in your quads. Slowly, can you lower that left foot down, lower your hands down and lift your back knee up. Walk your hands all the way back to the front of your mat and lower the hands outside of your left leg. Step your left leg back and come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, can you lift your left leg all the way up? And exhale, step your left foot next to your left thumb. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, we're going to lean forward, keeping your hands reaching to the back. Palms are pointing downward, and we're going to slowly come onto Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Left knee slightly bent. Inhale, rising all the way back up, bringing your right knee into your chest. And this time, we're going to lower that right foot down and come all the way down onto the ground as you lie down on your back. So time to just lie down on our backs, closing the eyes, just taking a couple of moments to notice how we feel after this practice. Noticing the beating of your heart, just really feeling grateful for every muscle, every joint, every ligament, everything in your body that's working for you in this flow today. And as we end our practice today, we're going to come into a wheel pose. If that's not in your practice, you can go into a bridge by bringing your hands behind your heels and pressing the heels down, lifting the hips up. Otherwise, coming into a full wheel by bringing your hands over your shoulders and keep your feet parallel to each other. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, and push your hands into the ground so that you can open your chest, lift your chest high. Keep squeezing the glutes. Breathing here for 5, Pressing the knees towards each other for 4. Heels rooted into the earth for 3. Pushing the chest up for 2. Giving everything you have for 1. And slowly tuck your chin into the ground, lying down on your back. Closing the eyes, just taking a moment here with a neutral spine. Noticing your breath. Allowing your breath to be steady. And slowly you can bring your feet as wide as your mat and lower your knees to the left and back to the center and to the right. So just lowering the knees from one side to the other side a couple of times to release the spine, the lower back, middle back. Just taking your time, being very slow with these movements. And slowly can you hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big circle with your knees, and keep the right knee hugging in as you straighten that left leg. Lower your right knee as you come into a twist. Reach your right arm to the side, keeping your gaze towards your right hand. And slowly bringing your right knee back into your chest. Hug both knees in as you straighten that right leg. Lower your left knee down. Bring your hand to the side as you come into your twist. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, gazing towards your left hand. And slowly bringing your knees back into your chest. Can you reach your legs up? And slowly bend your knees. Press your hands inside of your feet. You can also grab your big toe with your peace fingers as you come into a happy baby. Just letting everything melt into the earth. Noticing how your spine presses into the earth. Allowing the breath to be long and steady. And I invite you to take any final few movements that just feel good for you. If you want to straighten one leg, straighten both legs. Rock from side to side. Just feeling super grateful for your practice today, for every part of your body, every single cell that you have that's brought you here into our end of practice. Slowly lower your feet down as you release your feet. And bring your hands by your side as you straighten your legs out. Bringing your feet as wide as you can, reaching your arms to the side as you come into your shavasana. Just allowing the breath to be steady. Noticing how your belly inflates with every inhale and how it falls with every exhale. Staying here in your shavasana for as long as you'd like. Encourage you to stay here for as long as possible. Just taking a couple of moments to allow your back practice to bring all the benefits into your body and your mind. Feeling gratitude for being here, for taking that time in your day to do something good for yourself. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. Hope to